Well, we're proud to bring you another great edition of the National Real Estate Cafe with Don and Gino Franti, where you get your daily dose of real estate market updates. And today, we're going to see someone get their hand slapped.
Oh, I thought you were going to tell them we're not men in black, we're men in plaid.
Oh, yes, must be fall.
That's right. Someone got their hand slapped today, and it's the government got their hand slapped today. Because all lenders are bad, aren't they, Don?
All right, let's go to the first slide. Oh, court rule, CFPB, that's supposed to be protecting all of us. Their structure might be a little unconstitutional.
Well, I don't know about unconstitutional, but it might put a little too much power in one person's hands, right?
Yeah, so let's see, let's go to this next slide and we'll kind of see what you're talking about. So there was a big fine against PHH. Yeah, that's right, $109 million fine against them, basically saying that they were structured incorrectly in what their business practices were.
Right. They had a business practice in which they referred business to a insurance company or a mortgage insurance company, and that was construed as a RESPA violation or a kickback to a particular company, Don.
All right, so next slide. So a three-judge panel of the U.S. Court of Appeals for the District, whatever, blah, 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 basically said that the CFPB's structure under a single director, meaning one man rules it all, who can only be removed by the president, concentrated too much power in one person's hands.
Right, so let's think about this. The CFPB itself is governing over the banking institutions, governing over all lenders, and many other facets of, it's the Consumer Finance Protection Board. You could have a problem with a I don't know, a warranty company or whatever it is, it's governed by the CFPB. That kind of makes this person that's at the head of it the most powerful man in the United States other than the president, Don.
Yeah. So let's go back to the slide here.
Or woman.
They were basically stating that they were actually, PHAs were violated their due process. It's supposed to take 3 years, basically, statute of limitations before they can come down on them so they can do their due diligence and so forth and so on. And they didn't do that. They actually, CFPB was basically representing RESPA.
Yeah, and which is actually a HUD guideline, so there's no particular reason for them to step in and try to enforce a HUD rule. So lots of different lines were crossed here, and really what it brings into light is how much power should the CFPB have, what should be the way it's distributed so it's not all on one person. That really makes them very susceptible to bribes. I'm from Argentina. We know a lot about that.
All right, next slide. So basically, the due process arguments for PHAs were won, and basically the actions were, they basically pushed their action out of the boundaries. So what I like is the court solution that was to place the director, under direct supervision of the president, who can now remove the director at will.
Okay, that's also dangerous. So even this solution is also not great, because if those two people are in cahoots, then the rest of the country is still at the discretion of a dual dictatorship.
That's never happened. Oh my goodness. So there's another one that we don't even have this on this. This is a huge one. The CFPB also ruled out the opportunity for arbitration. Basically, you have to go to litigation, which costs 10 times more for the consumer, because someone has to pay for that. Yeah. So it costs 10 times more for the consumer.
You know what that also does, Don? It also forces companies like PHH, like any other lender, like a bank, whoever's under investigation, to settle out of convenience, because it's cheaper to settle than it is to litigate.
And even though they may be in the right. And that's not fair, because there is the too much power with one, because they're just going to say, you got to litigate, and we're so big and powerful, you pay.
Yeah,
and that's not good. So sometimes these consumer protection agencies aren't always protecting us, and we got to watch out for that. So we're letting you be in the know that we got to watch out for the CFPB, make sure they're actually taking care of us.
That's right. So keep tuning in every single day by texting NREC to the number 58885, and we'll keep you abreast of the situation, because this is not over. This is the first little grumbling. You're going to hear a lot about these types of things.
I like that we're fighting back. All right, make sure you tune in daily to the National Real Estate Cafe.